The girl was murdered by her elder sister. In the very next second, she opened her eyes, only to find herself back in her own bedroom. Panicking, she hurriedly asked her maid what year it was. When she heard the answer, she realized the impossible had happened. She had been reborn, returned to the time before her marriage. The memory of her elder sister's vicious face before her death resurfaced. This time, the girl swore she would no longer be weak and submissive. In her previous life, young Master Zai, a powerful court official, had been gravely injured while protecting a prince and fell into a coma. With no other options, the Zai family placed all their hopes on a marriage for good fortune. They proposed to the elder sister. However, a divination slip at the temple foretold that whoever married into the Ji family would surely become a living widow. Terrified, the elder sister pretended to act in the girl's best interests. Through a maid, she incited the girl to drug herself on the wedding day so she would be unable to complete the marriage. The girl believed her, and in doing so, destroyed her own life. At that moment, a maid rushed in. The girl sneered inwardly. The person who had altered her fate in her previous life had appeared. This time, she did not listen to the maid's instigation. Instead, carrying the hatred of her past life, she slapped the maid hard several times and had her thrown back into her elder sister's courtyard. In her previous life, when the scheme was exposed, the emperor was furious. The girl was forcibly sent to the Z household to replace her elder sister in the fortune marriage. Shortly after the wedding, the gravely ill young Master C awakened, yet he always rejected her. The girl believed he blamed her for ruining his engagement to her elder sister. Not long after, young Master Sai died on the battlefield. The girl suffered endless cold treatment in the Z household and eventually even lost the child she was carrying. She thought her elder sister, who had become empress, would save her. Instead, it was her elder sister who personally requested an imperial decree ordering the girl to be buried alive as a companion. Only before her death did the elder sister finally reveal the truth with a smile. They were not born of the same mother. The girl was the daughter of the second wife. In order to make her a legitimate daughter of the Marquis's household, the second wife had strangled the girl's newborn twin brother at birth and switched their identities. She had also deliberately caused the eldest brother to be lost during a lantern festival. The girl's mother died from grief after losing her son. Her grandfather, father, brothers, and even the child in her womb had all died due to the schemes of that mother and daughter. Her marriage had merely been a stepping stone for them to climb higher. In this life, because the girl refused to drug herself for her elder sister, the elder sister had no choice but to feign illness to frame her. The maid who had previously incited the girl insisted that the elder sister had fallen ill because of her. As they confronted each other, the maid suddenly spat blood and died on the spot. Everyone believed this was the girl's attempt to silence her, but the girl walked straight into her elder sister's bedroom and poured a bowl of scalding medicinal soup onto her. The ill elder sister was jolted awake, her scheme exposed, and the truth revealed. Seeing her plot fail, the elder sister deliberately took a cold water bath the day before the wedding and made herself genuinely ill. For the sake of the family's reputation, the marriage ultimately fell onto the girl. Unwilling to repeat her past fate, the girl on the wedding day stabbed her own chest with a hairpin in front of everyone, refusing to board the bridal sedan chair. Facing threats from the Z family, she declared coldly, "If young Master Zai dies because I refuse this marriage, then I will be buried with him." Unbeknownst to her, young Master Zai had never been in a coma. Wearing a mask, he was hidden among the wedding entourage and witnessed everything. In truth, this marriage had been something young Master Sai had gone to great lengths to obtain. When he was a child, he had once been kidnapped. The girl had been tied up beside him. Unlike the harsh upbringing he had endured, her warmth and kindness deeply moved him. Before they were separated, she gave him a jade pendant as a token for future recognition. As an adult, young Master Sai carried out mission after mission for the emperor in order to inherit his title. One day, while fleeing during an assignment, he encountered the girl again. Recognizing the jade pendant at her waist, he realized who she was. From that moment on, fate entwined them. He sought her out repeatedly, and their feelings slowly deepened. Because of his missions, he always met her masked. Not wishing to betray her trust, he promised that he would definitely come to propose. That day, he went joyfully to propose marriage. But the emperor issued another urgent order. Left with no choice, he entrusted the proposal to his father. Unexpectedly, his father delivered the betrothal gifts to the girl's elder sister instead. By the time young Master Sai completed his mission, it was already too late. He begged the emperor to alter the marriage agreement. The emperor seized the opportunity and ordered him to investigate an even more dangerous case. 6 months long, and to tell no one. Thus, young Master Zai feigned illness. Rumors spread that the elder sister was to marry into the Zai family for a fortune marriage. After being injured, the girl was punished and forced to kneel in the ancestral hall. Hidden in the shadows, young Master Sai could not bear to see her suffer. He ordered his men to dissolve the engagement and spread news of his recovery. This, however, disrupted the emperor's plan. Enraged, the emperor declared that if young Master Zai could not find a lead within 7 days, the entire Zai family would be executed. Thanks to the news of young Master Zai's recovery, the girl escape disaster. Remembering how her family had been destroyed in her previous life, she used the excuse of her mother appearing in a dream to warn her father against the second wife's family. She also subtly revealed that her eldest brother might still be alive. The shattering of a glass lantern suddenly reminded her of the masked man. In her previous life, after her marriage, she never saw him again. Having waited in vain for his proposal, she lost hope and ordered the lantern, once a token of love, to be thrown away. Her life should not be bound by a man whose face she had never seen. Meanwhile, upon hearing that young Master Sai had awakened, the elder sister was first terrified, afraid he would punish her for refusing the marriage. Then came wild joy. The Z family was a rising power, and young Master Z was about to inherit his title. She would become a princess consort. Instead, she received a letter of annulment. Enraged, she smashed the jade pendant exchanged during the betrothal. Knowing she would never find a better match, she resolved to win young Master Sai back. With the rumors of young Master Saki's recovery spreading, noble families in the capital became obsessed with fortune marriages. The Wang family's eldest son was gravely ill, and they also sought to marry for good luck. This time, the girl rushed to her cousin's home and caught Madame Wang discussing the marriage. She directly exposed their plan. With their scheme revealed, the Wang family fled in disgrace. After handling matters outside, the girl turned to her own courtyard. In the past, her weakness had allowed the second wife and her elder sister to place many spies around her. Now, she sold off all the lower servants, keeping only a single wet nurse of status and influence. The wet nurse was greedy. The girl deliberately placed a gold hairpin in plain sight, lured her into pawning it, then retrieved the pawn ticket and returned it to the nurse's room. The next morning, she deliberately mentioned the missing hairpin to her grandmother. The hairpin had been her mother's keepsake and was extremely precious. Alarmed, her grandmother ordered a search. The pawn ticket was found in the wet nurse's room, confirming her theft. Furious, the grandmother ordered 40 strokes of the rod and had her sold away. Seizing the opportunity, the girl asked her grandmother for a trusted senior maid who had long served by her side, preventing the second aunt from laying further traps. She then used the excuse of lacking attendance to bring her late mother's former confidants back to her service.